So this is an update on our earlier report where we explained Ghana's controversial deal to accept West African deportees from the United States. Now the story has taken two sharp turns. First, a lawsuit in America exposes how deportees were treated. Second, Ghana's minority in Parliament says the deal itself breaks the country's constitution. According to court documents, the 14 West Africans that were deported from Louisiana were chained, and some were also strapped in straitjackets, held for 16 hours on a U.S. military plane, given only bread and water. Finally, when the plane landed in Accra, they were sent to a military camp under military guide, with poor tents, limited water, and degrading conditions. And here is a key fact: none of the 14 were Ghanaian. They included Nigerians and Gambian. So why did Ghana accept them in the first place? President John Dramani Mahama explained it this way.
We were approached by the U.S. to accept third-party nationals who were being removed from the U.S. And we agreed with them that West African nationals, were acceptable because all our fellow West Africans don't need a visa to come to our country. So if they decided to travel from US to Accra, they don't need a visa anyway. So if you're bringing our colleague West Africans back, that's okay. And so I think that agreement has been activated, and a first batch of 14 nationals came. Several of them were our Nigerian brothers. They opted to go back home, and so we put them on buses, to be able to go back home. One of them was a Gambian who it's not as easy. You have to get him an air ticket to be able to facilitate his travel. So what we've done is contacted their embassy to let them know of his presence so that they can facilitate his return to Gambia. And so that's the issue with regards to deportations and arrivals. West Africa has the protocol of free movement, and so any West African is free to come to Ghana and be able to stay for 90 days. And so if they decide to bring them, we don't have a problem accepting them.
But this is not normal tourism. This is forced deportation, and the difference is critical. Now, let's look at the new backlash in Accra. The minority caucus in the parliament is furious, led by Samuel Abu Jinapo. They issued a strong statement. They called the agreement a grave constitutional breach. Why? Because Article 75 of Ghana's constitution is clear. Any treaty or agreement signed by the president must be laid before parliament and ratified. And guess what? This particular deal was not. The minority also reminded the public of the 2016 Guantanamo case. Back then, 2 Yemeni detainees were admitted into Ghana without parliament's approval. Later, the Supreme Court ruled that move unconstitutional. The minority warns that this new deal repeats the same mistake. They demand its immediate suspension. They demand clarity on when it was signed, and they insist no such agreement should be bypassed Parliament again. So, we have two issues here. One, human rights. The lawsuit described chains, straitjackets, and abuse. Two, sovereignty and legality. The minority says the government broke the constitution. And we are adding our own, which is priorities. Ghana struggled to defend its own citizens abroad. So, how can a country that struggles to protect its own citizens abroad accept strangers who were never Ghanaians to begin with? Think about it. Ghanaians faces hardship across Europe, the US, and the Middle East. Many cry out for consular support, legal protection, or even rescue when they are mistreated. Yet, our government rarely steps in. Many young girls have been detained in the Middle East, and the government is not saying anything about this, and it bends to accept non-Ghanaian just to satisfy Donald Trump or the United States. No European country would accept deportees who are not its own citizens. So why is Ghana lowering its standards? This is no longer about straitjackets or chains alone. It's about sovereignty. It's about protecting Ghanaians first. So what do you think? Should Ghana suspend this deal until Parliament reviews it? Or Accra should continue acting as American deportation hub? Let us know your thoughts on that in the comment section below, and share this video because Ghana deserves answers. And that is all for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. This is AS1 Report. My name is Sheriff Haruna. Have a joyful life and see you in the next one. Macron.